Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. My name's Tim Lavolsi. I've been going to Green River Academy for 2 years, and I currently live in West Hall.
I'm Eric Gray from West Lafayette, Indiana, and I've gone to Grand River Academy for 3 years.
Hi, my name is Hunter Head, and I'm from Garfield Heights, Ohio.
Hello, my name is Jordan Sedman, and I'm from Jefferson, Ohio.
A few people I'd like to thank. One is Mrs. Hartz, just for being there through everything. You're a great dorm mom, and you always talked to me when I was down and always helped me and picked me back up. Another person I would like to thank is Mrs. Thomas. The past 4 years, you've been like a mom away from home to me, and I really appreciate it, and I couldn't thank you enough. Mr. Sharping, our memories together, I'll never forget them. It was just always a good time, and we could go anywhere together, and we'd make the best out of it, no matter what it was. Hearts, I know we had a love-hate relationship. It was rough at points, and it was good at points. But I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me.
It's kind of hard to sum up 3 years of thank yous in just a couple minutes of talking, but I'll do the best I can. First of all, my mom, my dad, my grandparents especially, because they did a big part in getting me here. They looked up and found this place. They provide a lot of the financial backing. My mom for being there for me all the time and putting up with me for 18 years. My dad for always making me laugh when times were tough. My brother and sister for supporting me as well. Mr. and Mrs. Hartz for being there at breakfast and lunch every day for 3 years to ask me how my day went, asking me how my grades were, how I was doing on tests, which was just kind of a nice little pick-me-up. And Tanner and Dempsey and Tyler when they were around, especially Tanner, because he brightens your day if you've ever been around him too much. But wanted to thank the faculty members as a whole because they've all helped me out so much in 3 years. It's unbelievable how much they've helped me. Hartz's class has always been fun, and Mr. Wooding's always been there to talk about history and guns and planes, something that usually nobody else really wants to talk about.
I'd like to thank a few faculty people who've helped me out here. I'd like to thank Mr. Gardner for being an amazing Spanish teacher. Everything he's done for me, even though it's not my greatest subject, he's always helped me out and pushed me. Even though this year I was sort of a pain, didn't really try as hard as I should have for you. I'd also like to thank Mr. Wooding. He's a phenomenal U.S. history teacher and geography teacher. For 2 classes I love the most. He's helped me out a lot, made it really interesting for me. I'd also like to thank Mr. Archer, who was my English teacher last year, senior club with him this year. He's really helped me a lot with everything, like starting to write papers, which I used to not be that well at, but now I've become good. And I'd like to thank Ms. Hartz for being a phenomenal dorm parent, being there whenever you need to talk. She's kind of like a second mom up here to me. I'd also like to thank Ms. Nipper, who's been my advisor for 4 years now. I've at her table. I've seen her kids, literally Evan, grow up from being a baby up until now. She basically got me in the school I was going to go to, which was Penn State. I don't know what I'd really do without her. And I'd like to thank my pop-up for sort of being there. Never really needed him and helped me out with everything. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my mother. She's really been there for everything. She's the only person that's actually never given up on me. I know we've had our tough times, our really tough times, and our tough times. But you were always there for me no matter what. You never gave up. You just kept pushing. You never gave up on me.
One of my favorite memories here at school, may not be a good one for some people, but for me it was pretty entertaining after the fact, after the punishments. But we all know about me stealing my car on a Thursday, but this is the real story and how it went.
Mr. Geis.
Mr. Thomas.
Where were you 7th period?
Here doing my work.
Of course you were. I think that it would probably be best if you went off campus this weekend and saw your family. I know you're being studious and all, but it's probably best if you go off campus. Very beneficial. So here are your keys.
But Mr. Thomas, it's a Thursday. I have academics to attend to. I mean, I can't just drop everything and leave.
I know this, but just between me and you, I want to show you a good weekend.
But Mr. Thomas, I want to be here at Grand River. I have to be with my friends, and I just can't blow off school.
Just take the keys, guys. Have a good weekend.
All right, Mr. Thomas, if you say so.
Maybe that wasn't such a good idea.
Hi, I'm Brennan Horgan.
I'm 18 years old, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, I'm Jim Booth from North Ridgeville, Ohio.
Hi, I'm Jeff Goodian, and I'm from Livingston, New Jersey.
Hi, my name's Greg Geis. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Hi, I'm Nick Baer. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I've gone to Grand River Academy for about 2 years now. I've lived in Shepherd Hall. My dorm parents were Mr. and Mrs. Sharping.
I want to thank my parents for everything they've done for me, for paying my tuition here, for allowing me to have the experience to do everything that this school has motivated me to do. I'd like to thank Mr. Cole, who's helped me so much as a dorm parent. I'd like to thank Mr. Hertz for constantly pushing me. I'd love to thank all my friends back home who've supported me, who've told me that I need to keep going, and that I need to just do my best and work through it.
A story I'd like to share with you guys is I remember my sophomore year, I lived in Shepherd Hall. It was a fun year in Shepherd Hall. In the wintertime, every day after lunch, we would go, me, Brady, and Tyler, we'd go grab snowballs and quickly run upstairs because there was no screen in the one window. And literally, we would have snowball fights for 15 minutes outside the building to the inside. It's just fun times then.
I'm here to thank the people that have made a profound impact on my life here at Grand River Academy and just in general. I'd like to start off thanking my mom. Mom, I love you a ton. You've helped me get through so much in life and school, and I've never actually got a true opportunity to thank you for it. In fact, I've had plenty of opportunities, but I really want to thank you for all that you've done for me. I love you a ton. Dad, thank you for being there for me and being supportive of my sports, schoolwork as well. And I love you too. Lindsay, I'm sorry I gave you a hard time over all these years, and I hope you forgive me for it. Ryan, you make coming home amazing, just hanging out with you and playing. So I want to thank you for that, and I love you too. Faculty and teacher-wise, I'd like to thank Sue Krieg for keeping me sane throughout this year and last year. Mr. Archer for just being an all-around awesome teacher and showing me how to write correctly and just being a good friend. Mr. Wilson for being an awesome government teacher and really sparking an interest in that field. I'd like to thank the Pollocks for keeping me on a good moral road and just being good friends with me over the past 2 years. The Gardners for, Mr. Gardner for being my Spanish teacher, and I never thought, before I came here, I never thought I could learn a foreign language, but Gardner really pushed me through it, and I'm really appreciative of that. And just as dorm parents, constantly pushing me to not ever really give up and just have me work my fullest potential. So I'd like to thank you guys for that, and I love you guys. I'd like to thank my friends, Jordan, Steve, Luke, Jeff Goodian, Brendan, Ross, all of you guys. And I'm sorry if I forgot to mention one of your names. You guys are awesome. I love you guys, and I'm going to miss you next year. So thank you. And
I've gone to Grand River Academy for 3 years, and I'm a day student. First off, I'd like to thank my parents for putting up with me, my dad, my stepmom Lynn, and my mom and my stepdad Matt. I love you guys. Also, I'd like to thank my teachers, especially Mr. Wilson, Mr. Gardner, how can I forget Ms. Mundy, and Mr. Archer, who let us paint his neighbor's porch for money. Oh, I want to thank all my siblings. There's 8 of you, and I don't know how many are going to be at this ceremony, so I would thank all of you. I'd like to thank the faculty, like the ladies in the office. And lastly, I'd like to thank all my friends, especially Ross, Luke, Tim, Jeff Goodian. I think the one I'm going to miss most at Grand River Academy is Jeff Goodian's Silent Earthquakes in the class. Thank you.
First off, I'd like to thank my family for sending me to this great institution where I met some great staff and faculty members, which helped me get into college, which last year I didn't think would be a reality, so thank you.
Greatest senior moment I had this year was winning the championship with the baseball team for the first time ever.
I want to thank my parents for going through with this when I first asked to look at different schools. And I appreciated how they took the time and effort to help look around and find schools that would be better for me. I also want to thank my grandparents for, staying by my side, my parents' side as well, to help me find the right school and help contribute to, my enrollment in the school as well. I would like to thank the faculty and staff for being there when I needed them, as well as if I needed to go off campus, or if there were things I needed to take care of or sort things out. They were always on top of it, and they were always there helping me. I would like to thank Mr. Bloom for, being very, very right and just with decisions that agreements that we've made together, and just working things out, and just being there so I can, if I have a problem, go to him, or, for all the times I needed to, get something signed. I'd also like to thank my teachers, especially my teachers. I know how it's difficult, how in class I can sometimes be fidgety or, kind of get a little wild or whatnot, but I want to thank the teachers for staying by my side and helping me as much as they can, without giving it to me, but letting me go to where I need to be and reaching my goal. And because of that, I've come so far in 3 years to where I have been accepted to college, which I thought I really would be something I'd have trouble with, and my grades have gone up tremendously over the past 3 years, and I've just matured so much. And the transition between public school and here, between the two, I've really matured, and it's completely changed my life. And I want to thank all of you for being a part of it and for helping me get through it. So I thank you all for, for being by my side, and I'll always appreciate it, and I'll always remember how, because I went here and because of the help I got and the assistance, I succeeded in life and will reach my goal when I find out what it is or figure it out. But I can always be happy that I went here to reach it. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Nicholas Pollock. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
I would like to thank my family for getting me through my high school years after a rough patch. I would like to thank all my teachers. I would like to thank Miss Hartz, Mr. Hartz, Mr. Wilson, Mr. Kovacic, Archer, Mr. Baylash, and Pav Daddy. I would also like to thank my roommates. Gi Young Kim, number 1. Nick Baird, number 2. And then, most of all, Jeremy Pace.
I'd like to say thank you to staff and guidance, of course, and everybody in the front office. Mr. Cole, of course, made this video. My parents for sending me here, and just everybody.
One good story that I would like to share is my freshman year. I broke my wrist, and it was probably the best trip to the emergency room you could ever have. I know it sounds weird because you're like, oh, you're going to the emergency room, that's no fun. But Sharping took me to the emergency room, and it was probably the funniest, best trip I've ever had. And I'll never forget that memory. And I'd also like to wish my classmates good luck into the next step in life, and I wish you guys the best.
Thanks to all of you. Thanks for Hearts for letting me manage for a while. Mr. Ballantyne for letting me play baseball this year, which was the most fun I've ever had in high school my entire life. It was I'm never going to forget it, and I'm going to talk about it for a very long time, and I'm going to talk about this place for a very long time, and I'm never going to forget any of you guys. So thanks for helping me get my future back on track and my life back together.
The whole experience has been quality. I want to big shout out to my teachers. First off, Mr. Wilson has been by far one of my favorite teachers. I've learned a lot from him, and he's exposed me to some higher level thinking and a good approach for next year. Mr. Hartz, the times that he was in class, It was good. No complaints there. I never really asked a question after the first day because I realized my mistake was asking the question in the first place. But, no, he was a good teacher. I love him to death. Hope he feels the same way. So, side note. Grandma and Sue, you guys do not get nearly enough praise for what you guys do every single day. You put up with a lot of impatient children. I will be attending the University of Alabama with this kid. Hopefully he will be my roommate. Hopefully we will actually make it past semester 1. No promises.
There's some people I want to thank for my success here at Grand River Academy. I like to thank Mr. Kroll because a lot of people don't know he helps out with a lot more than he gets credit for. He's helped me out through a lot of tough times. I'd like to thank Mr. Hartz and Mrs. Hartz, my family members, my mom and dad. Without them, I wouldn't have been here or succeeded. I've been given an opportunity to do well in life, and this place has given me a good opportunity to set myself up for things that are going to happen in the future.
I'd like to thank all the teachers here for supporting me. This year, people might say Raydell is a bad teacher, which is absolutely false, because Raydell has been one of the best teachers I've had this year. He's really helped me in physics, and Archer Senior Colloquium was probably the funnest class I've had all year, and I think I've had the most laughs in Mr. Wilson's class, because he just has the best humor. But mainly my family, because I mean, all the stuff they've had to go through and put up with me and still stick with me has been just so thankful for that.
Another person I would really like to thank is my mom. She's always been there for me through anything. If I was down to the point to where I feel like I couldn't even make it anymore, she was the first person I would call. She always has a positive attitude towards everything, and I appreciate that very much. And if it wasn't for you, I really don't know where I'd be today. So I thank you for that, and I love you very much.
As for family, Mama and Papa Bear, you have done wonders parenting me and getting me ready for college and being a young man. And I just wanted to say thank you, and without you guys, I don't know where I'd be and what path I would be on, but I do want to say thank you to you guys from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all tremendously. To my brother and sister and Mrs. Sydney and Carrie, thank you guys. I experienced a lot of good trips with y'all over my high school career, and I just want to say thank you to that and always being there to support me and stuff like that. Also, finally, I'd like to say thank you to the senior class. It was a crazy year, and it went by fast, and I can't, say how thankful I am that I shared it with the people I shared it with. It's crazy to look back and see how fast it went, but I definitely appreciate you guys, and I hope the best for y'all, and we stay in contact, and everybody's safe and does well in college and after that. But yes.
This off with a very beautiful story for you. One day, I was with my friend Blake George and Carlos Gregory. We were going down the high seas of Charlotte, and we came across this very pointy rock. It was a very tall pointy rock, and we saw this seagull at the top of it. So we climbed up, and it had a gray beard. It was very weird. So I hear this seagull talking to me, and I ask my friends, Blake and Carlos. I say, Blake, Carlos, can you hear that seagull? And they say no. And I'm like, what? But I keep talking to it. I listen to it. It's very wise. It says to me, at the end of your graduation, after all this is done, you will receive many, many gifts from all of your teachers and all of your friends. So, since then, I've been hoping and hoping and just waiting for those gifts. I will appreciate it on the day, this Saturday. So get ready. Thank you very much, Grand River.
Thank you. Love you guys.